You just got a text that says K, just one letter, capital K, period. And suddenly, your heart drops. What did I do wrong? Are they mad at me? Why didn't they say okay with a smiley face like they usually do? If you've ever spiraled over a single letter, a missing exclamation point, or a period that felt just a little too aggressive, this video is for you. Because here's the truth. Your brain isn't overreacting. That single letter just triggered something psychologists call your abandonment alarm. And today, we're going to break down exactly why modern texting has turned all of us into relationship detectives, analyzing every punctuation mark like it's a secret code. By the end of this video, you'll understand why K feels like a threat, why periods suddenly seem angry, and why your nervous system treats a delayed response like a 5-alarm fire. Let's dive in. Let me paint you a picture. You send a thoughtful text. Maybe it's to your partner, your best friend, or even your mom. You put effort into it. You use proper punctuation, maybe even an emoji or two, and they respond with, okay, not okay, not sounds good, just okay. Or worse, K. Suddenly you're rereading your original message. Did I say something wrong? Did I sound annoying? Are they upset with me? You start crafting a follow-up text. Delete it, rewrite it, delete it again. Meanwhile, they're probably just making dinner, or driving, or literally doing anything else completely unaware that you're having a full-blown anxiety attack over 2 characters. Sound familiar? Here's what's wild. This isn't just you. This is a universal modern phenomenon. A 2019 study found that 74% of people admit to overthinking text messages. Another study showed that the absence of an exclamation point in a text can make the message seem less sincere, even when the words are exactly the same. We've created an entire emotional language out of punctuation marks, response times, and emoji choices, and our brains are working overtime trying to decode it all. But why? Why does something so small trigger something so big? Here's what's actually happening in your brain when you get that K. Your abandonment alarm is going off. Let me explain. As humans, we evolved in small tribal groups where social connection literally meant survival. Being excluded from the group, that could mean death, no protection, no resources, no support. So our brains developed an incredibly sensitive detection system for social rejection. We became experts at reading facial expressions, tone of voice, and body language because catching even the tiniest shift in someone's attitude toward us could be the difference between staying in the group or being cast out. Fast forward to 2025, and we're communicating through screens. No facial expressions, no tone of voice, no body language. But that ancient alarm system, it's still running. So when someone responds with minimal effort, when okay becomes just K, your brain reads it as emotional withdrawal. And emotional withdrawal? That's a threat signal. Your nervous system literally screams, relationship threat detected, connection is weakening, danger. This is called negative interpretation bias in psychology. When we're anxious about a relationship, our brains automatically interpret ambiguous signals as negative. That K isn't neutral. Your brain reads it as, they're pulling away, they're upset, I'm losing them. And here's the kicker. Your brain can't tell the difference between someone typing quickly because they're busy and someone pulling away emotionally. It just knows. Less effort equals less connection equals danger. Now let's talk about the period. Why does okay feel so much colder than okay? Linguists have actually studied this. It's called textual paralanguage, the way we use typography to convey emotion in digital communication. In casual texting, we've collectively decided that periods are too formal, too final, too serious. Think about it. When was the last time you ended a casual text with a period? Probably never, right? So when someone does use a period, especially in a short response, our brains interpret it as intentional, as a signal. I'm fine feels different than I'm fine. Sure feels different than sure. K feels different than K. The period becomes a full stop to warmth. It's like they're putting a wall between you and them. And it's not just periods. Missing exclamation points feel like missing affection. A LOL without the ha-ha feels less genuine. 3 dots instead of an ellipsis can feel passive-aggressive. We've created an entire emotional grammar, and we're all fluent in it, even if we've never consciously learned the rules. A 2015 study from Binghamton University found that text messages ending with a period were perceived as less sincere than the same messages without a period. Your anxiety isn't irrational. You're picking up on real social cues. They're just digital instead of physical. Here's the deeper truth beneath all of this. We measure care through effort. When someone sends you a thoughtful message, when they use full sentences, proper punctuation, maybe a relevant emoji, your brain reads that as, they're investing in this conversation. They care about me. But when the responses get shorter, when the effort decreases, your brain starts doing math. Less effort equals less interest, equals less care, equals I'm not important to them anymore. And this is where the anxiety spiral really kicks in. Because now you're not just worried about this conversation, you're worried about the entire relationship. If they can't even type okay instead of K, what does that mean for us? This is your attachment system doing exactly what it was designed to do. Monitor the security of your relationships and alert you to potential threats. If you have an anxious attachment style, which about 20% of people do, this alarm is even more sensitive. You're constantly scanning for signs of rejection or abandonment, and ambiguous texts are like catnip for that anxiety. But here's what's important to understand. This isn't you being dramatic. This is a legitimate psychological response to ambiguous social signals in an environment where we've lost most of our traditional communication cues. Your brain is trying to protect you. It's just not very good at distinguishing between they're typing quickly and they're emotionally withdrawing. So what do we do with this information? First, validate your feelings. You're not crazy. You're not overreacting. Your brain is responding to real ambiguity in a communication system that wasn't designed for emotional nuance. Second, remember the context. Most of the time, that K really is just someone typing quickly. They're not mad. They're not pulling away. They're just busy. Your brain is designed to assume the worst because that kept your ancestors alive. But in modern texting, that assumption is usually wrong. Third, communicate. If you're genuinely worried about someone's tone, it's okay to ask, "Hey, is everything okay? Your last text felt a little off, but I might be reading into it." Most people will immediately reassure you, and if they are upset, now you can actually address it instead of spiraling alone. Fourth, be aware of your own texting. Now that you know how much weight we put on punctuation and effort, you can be more intentional. If you're texting someone you care about and you're in a hurry, maybe add, "Running late, talk soon," instead of just K. That extra second of effort can save someone an hour of anxiety. Here's the bottom line. Text tone paranoia is real. It's valid. And it's a natural consequence of trying to maintain deep human connections through a medium that strips away most of our emotional cues. That K triggers your abandonment alarm not because you're broken, but because your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do: protect your relationships. The problem isn't you. The problem is that your ancient social detection system is trying to operate in a brand new digital world, and sometimes it gets a little overzealous. So the next time you find yourself spiraling over a period, a missing emoji, or a response that feels just a little too short, take a breath. Remind yourself, ambiguity is not evidence. Your brain is trying to protect you, but most of the time, that K is just a K, not a relationship threat, not emotional withdrawal, just someone typing quickly. And if you've ever sent a K and then immediately regretted it because you realized how it might sound, you're not alone either. We're all just trying to figure out how to be human in a digital world. Drop a comment below. What's your text tone anxiety trigger? Is it the K, the period, the delayed response? Let's commiserate together. And if this video made you feel seen, share it with someone who needs to hear this, because chances are they're overthinking a text message right now too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.